Welcome back, iCyber golfers. We are going to play some Rapsodo courseware golf courses. Today, I am going to play one of my local premier courses. This is going to be Wildcat, the Highlands course. So this is based in Houston, Texas. It's just south of the Texans football stadium. It's a pretty challenging course. There's two sides to it. So there's the Highlands course and there's the Lakes course. I did a little 5-hole demo the other day on the lakeside, which I'm going to go back and play all 18. Maybe after this session, I'll play the Highlands and then I'll play all 18 from the lakeside course. But my goal here is just to simply show you what's available in terms of the courseware offerings, what the graphics look like, and then just how reliable, how realistic is the gameplay. What I can tell you is that yes, the surrounding perimeter graphics are just generic trees and sky. The golf course itself is laid out exactly like the golf course. So the shape of the course, where the bunkers are positioned, where the cart path is positioned, if there's water, there's lakes, it looks realistic. They do a decent job with the mobile app offering, which this will be running from an iPad Pro 13-inch with a M4 chip. They do a decent job of basically representing elevation. What is difficult to read, though, I've kind of complained about this a little bit, and it's more just me. Once you get close to the green and you're chipping on, you can't really see the undulation. There's nothing there that tells you if the green runs away from you, if you're hitting uphill. This is just more of, I just have local knowledge of some of these greens, but that would be great. Even if you're not putting, if they could just simply add the direction that the green is running from just a visual standpoint with maybe some beads like you see in other softwares, that alone will help you plan your chips into these greens. So we are going to play from the white tees. We're going to hit into a net, the Pro V1s. We're going to play all 18. It does look like it's selecting to play high quality graphics from this Pro. We are going to use play at sea level. I'm going to turn terrain penalty on. I'll go ahead and have the flyover for you guys just so you can see the hole. It'll slow things down a little bit, but nonetheless, it'll be okay. 10-foot gimme for one putt, 11 to 40 for a two putt. Anything beyond 40 feet is going to be an automatic three putt. Let's get this simulation started. Have played around already on the SkyTrack software offering. I played Congressional Country Club. You know what? Let me turn this volume down, guys, just so it doesn't impact you all. Let's get the alignment going here. So right off the bat, looks like I'm a little bit off here. Gonna move this golf ball slightly in line with that. Still off a little bit, so I'm gonna adjust the MLM2Pro here underneath the stand. I'm sorry, I'm actually underneath the camera right now. Just aligning the ball. So there's the ball data. That basically shows that the MLM2Pro is level, and then the hitting data. So yeah, we're pretty much lined up. So I'm going to use this little blue tape as an indicator. This little blue tape, the crosshair that I've created here, is going to be my visual indicator that I'm in the right spot. I'm going to move my hitting stick back just to show that, I need to be, that's the center where the ball should be placed. And then I'm going to roll the ball slightly back. So I do have my hitting stick more about where the ball needs to be rather than the sticker. These are just adjustments you just have to make every time. So right there, I'm basically in the orange box as well as in the yellow box. The orange box is what gives you club data. If you're anywhere in the yellow box, that's going to give you ball data. So what's the difference? Ball data is going to show the flight path, things of that nature. Club data is going to show you what your club did at an impact. So whether it was open, closed, that kind of information. So the opening hole here at the Highlands course, it is elevated. You do have to hit over this little batch of trees into an area that you cannot see. That's the thing about this golf course, is that there is a lot of blind tee shots here. So you just have to know this course. You have to know what's kind of in front of you. Otherwise, you're going to have a difficult time. So let's go ahead and take our 3-wood on this opening hole. We are looking to drive it over that tree line and land it somewhere in the center. Anywhere, center, Right center is not necessarily bad. Even the right side of the fairway in the rough is not bad. So, opening hole here at Wildcat Golf Course from Houston, Texas, the Highland Course. Let's go. 3-wood right off the beginning. It's a great shot. As long as we're out, yep, we're past the bunkers, which that does come into play. So we do want to make sure that we're cognizant of that. I'm going to move these hitting sticks back because they were a little bit in my way. I did kind of feel like I came across that. All right, so our first shot was pretty much out there. We're good. I'm going to go ahead and move that ball up a little bit. We have 128 yards to the pin. That is going to be a 9-iron. So let's go ahead and hit the 9-iron. Double check the audio and make sure I am recording on the iPhone. I have done that several times, doing a screen recording session as well. So I'll be able to overlay this hitting for you guys, and then the actual gameplay will be in the background. All right, 9-iron into the pin. It's a great 9-iron. Let me turn after this goes through. I'm gonna hit the do not disturb so we don't get any more. Look at this, guys. We have birdie. So the last time I did a demo of the Wildcat Golf Course, I got a birdie on the opening hole. Here we go. Highlands Golf Course from Wildcat. Opening hole, birdie. So maybe this is going to be my future favorite course. Who knows? Let's change this to do not disturb, at least for this interim period while we record this session. So we're sitting at -1 at Highland Golf Course, based out of Houston, Texas. Again, I'm playing from the white tees. We traditionally play these further back, but when I play these two courses again, I'm just going to play from the white tees. I think I had a little bit of went on a tangent earlier in my warm-up session, talking about, just there is nothing wrong playing from the forward tees. You're paying for the session. You're paying for the experience. Just pay for, play what you feel comfortable playing and just make the best out of it. That is my philosophy. There's not handing out a PGA Tour trophy at the end of this round. There's really nothing at stake other than you're testing your skills from a level that you feel comfortable testing at. So I encourage you guys, move up to the whites, move up to the reds. Who cares? Just play the game, enjoy the game, and get better at the game. 3-wood, second shot, second hole. Solid 3-wood. Absolutely I'm just so happy with the progress here that I've made on this 3-wood. Now, it's not in the fairway. I'm okay with that. I am on the rough, but I'm really happy with that ball strike. That ball strike was pure. You can hear it in the video playback. It's pure. And there's nothing greater than that feeling when you hit it solid with a little bit of a cut. That's fine. Very happy with that. So 199 yards is what we have left. It's up to, is this one that I would go for? What is this, a par 5? I don't think I do. I think I play this smart and try to score on this hole. There is water behind it. So let's go ahead and play. Let's play 200-yard shots. So 100-yard shot for me is going to be approach wedge. So let's play 2 approach wedges here and see if we can get it on the green in 3. Here's approach wedge number 1. Hit a little bit chunky, but on a great line. Might only get it that 90, 80 yards. That's okay though. It's going to leave me a little bit more than 100 yards in, which I prefer. 111, down 3. This is still the right club, so we're going to take the approach wedge and we're going to just aim it and try to land it there on the green. Let me zoom in. I am going to aim more slightly to the right, just because I tend to pull this club. So we're going to make a pure shot with this approach wedge. Get a little thin. Should be just underneath the hole. Yeah, so we're chipping from that. This is manageable. I think we can still navigate this and possibly save par. Would have liked to have been on the green though in 3, but did not catch those approach wedges pure, either one of them. So that's my fault. Nothing else. The Rapsodo did what it needed to do, which was read the shot, and it did. This is the delicate chips that we are testing every single time we pull the Rapsodo out. So I want to try to get this in the air, try to drop it softly in that 15, about 14 yards out. Hit a little bit flat. That might be a little too much. It felt like too much. I told you guys it was too much. And that's a mistake. So we've erased our birdie from the first hole, but that's exactly how I played it last time, even on the lakeside. I think I got a birdie and then a bogey. So immediately we were cheerful. Now we're back even. But again, we're back even, so not too dissatisfied with that. Okay, 148 yards up 3. This is about a 150 yard shot. That's an 8-iron. So we're going to take an 8-iron into this. Just try to land it on the green. There is water here, so again, that's very intimidating. Got to hit over. As long as you make your contact, you'll be okay. We hit it chunky, and we pulled it. So that basically, we just got lucky. We just got lucky with that shot. Got it across the water, which was the initial, challenge. But hitting it chunky, man, we shouldn't be doing that at this point in our journey here. We should be hitting a lot more pure than that. All right, let's go. Chip this about 20 yards and walk away. Do want to get underneath it. That's the problem. I have not been getting underneath the ball. That's a perfect one on a good line. Are you telling me that did not read? Please. What a great chip. That's a problem. Sometimes it reads, sometimes it doesn't. And man, it's discouraging whenever the Rapsodo does not pick up such a good chip. The SkyTrack, on the other hand, it's always going to read those chips. That's pros and cons. But again, the SkyTrack is 3 times more in terms of price than Rapsodo. Let's try it again, see if we get the same contact. We didn't, and that's the problem here. We did not get the same contact. Good news is it didn't read that one either, so we at least get away with another one. Okay, what's the deal, Rapsodo? All right, let's try again. Try to get in the air. Maybe that's what it needs, to get in the air more. That'll read, but it's not the distance I wanted. Because again, I'm just thinking about it so much. These other 2 ones, they missed the read. So that's what we get. We get that. We start to get into these little cycles because we're so worried about the technology. So I appraise this unit for all its capabilities, but then when it comes to the details, the fine tuning, it still needs a little bit of work. But overall, for $700, delivering me a golf course like Wildcat Highlands, I mean, I really can't complain that much, can I? It's pretty amazing. The rendition is not too bad either of this course. It's pretty true in terms of what it looks like. If there are tree lines there, the tree lines are here. They're not as populated sometimes based on your graphics levels, but nonetheless, it does indicate, that there are trees there. All right, we're gonna take the 3-wood, see if we can get it out there. It's a great 3-wood on a great line. Nice little cut coming back to the fairway. That's a very good shot. I'll take that. There's our 200 plus yards, which again, I've been talking about. I've been consistently hitting this club 200 yards, 220 yards, and my fade has dramatically decreased. My dispersion is more manageable. So overall, I can feel everything's changing. The tides are changing here with my golf game. 131 yards. This is going to be a 9-iron into the green. It's a great 9-iron on a great line. Excellent. So we should at least get par from that, and I would be happy with that. 2 great shots to get us into position. All right, looks like we have a fifth hole is going to be a par 4. All right, 250 yards is where it's, let's see here. Let's see what this looks like. This is a par 4. Wow. If I was able to drive the ball, I would try to drive this hole, but I can't drive that far. So let's cut this in half and make it manageable. Okay, we are looking at 150 yards and then 115. So that's going to be a 7-iron and then possibly a pitching wedge. So again, let's use strategy. We don't have to blast it. That's one of my thoughts for you guys as being beginners or whatever level you're at, is you do not always have to pull your driver out. Pull the iron or the club that's going to put you in the best position to score on this hole or not lose strokes on this hole. And if we catch this 7-iron pure, this is 150, 160 yards. That's what we want. It's a great shot with the 7-iron on a great line in the center of the fairway, about 150 yards. Honestly, what more could you ask for than what I just delivered in my mind? That's the shot I wanted. I delivered it, and now I have a pitching wedge in, which is a club that I can generally hit most of the time. So as long as I can get it to the green, we should be okay. So pitching wedge is my second shot, looking to land on the green in the 2-putt zone for par. It's a great pitching wedge on a great line into the 2-putt zone for par. And that's all you ask for. Execute your strategy. Because the problem with me hitting a 3-wood is I would have got at one of those weird ranges where I would have had to go into my wedge matrix. Then I would have had to take a swing that I'm not comfortable taking. And it's just domino effect after that. Looks like we're going to the 6th hole, which is a par 4, 300 yards. Again, the idea here is, can we take a 3-wood at it and probably get it there? Yeah, maybe. But what's more important? We want to be somewhere where we can score from. So I'm going to go ahead and take a 6-iron and see if we can just land it in the fairway about 170 yards out there. And then we take the approach in. So if I get it 177 yards or so, then that's going to be a 9-iron in, 130 yards. So I'm going to take the 6-iron, try to get it 177 yards, or 170 if possible, and we'll go from there. So 6-iron. It's a great 6-iron with some draw. It's coming back. That's perfect. So didn't quite get it 177 yards, but I sure did get it 169 yards. So that leaves me 132. It's up 7. So this is going to play more like 140. So I think we still take the... Oh, man, see, this is in between. I don't think we want to take a 9-iron at it. I think we want to take the 8-iron at it. And we just want to try to get it up there 140 yards. So we're taking the 8-iron. It's up. So that's the play. 140 yards, what we're trying to hit. Hit it thin, but it's on a good line, which may work in our favor. And it did. And we have a bird. And we hit our number. Now, I know it says 133 yards, but you got to consider it plays like, because you're hitting up. So it does kill some of your distance. And we landed it exactly where we wanted to. And we got a birdie. So feel very comfortable with this round so far. We're sticking to our strategy. Not doing more than we need to. Just keeping the train on the tracks. I always say that. Try to keep the train on the tracks. This is challenging, right? We're not going to do that, right? We're not going to try to carry that water. What's the benefit there? You're going to land in some rough. Nope, we're not going to do that. This is even challenging here. The thing is we're probably hitting downhill, severely downhill. So 150 yards, 160 yards would be like a 6-iron. It's 9 feet downhill. I think we still go ahead and play the 7-iron here, not the 6, and then we just see what's left over. This is a par 4. Again, don't need to birdie it. We just need to par it. So let's just take a 7, see if we can get it down there and see what's left. It's down 10, so that's going to help some with the distance if we catch this pure. which we just did. We caught it pure with draw. And that's going to get us down there where we want to be at. In the fairway, about 152 yards. So very happy with that. Now we have 185. Thing is, it's up 26. So we're going to take a 3-wood at it from here. And I would take a 3-wood at it in the real world. This hole in particular at Wildcat, it's amazing because you are hitting up. 26 feet, it's up. So this is an 8-foot ceiling here in the garage. So you got to imagine 3 times as high as this, about 24, a little bit more. So 3 times this in elevation is what you're hitting up to. So you have to be able to just smash your shot up there, and then you got to get it to stop. So my biggest thing is I'm going to go ahead and hit it to this side. I'm going to blast it, and hopefully I can get it to stop. That's the thing, because this is going to play more like 200 yards. So let's just put this 3-wood in effect and see what we get. 3-wood into this raised. That is a solid 3-wood, and I would be happy with that. There's the cut coming back. Oh my, let's go. Let's go. That, I would be so happy if I did that, which I've done that before with the 3-wood and landed it on that plateau. But there we go, guys. That's how you attack that hole at Wildcat. This is severely elevated green. Your first shot drops you at the bottom of a bowl. Walk out of there with par. Let's go. All right, we are going into the 8th hole here. Looks like it's a par 3. It's a lengthy par 3, 165 yards, up 6. That's really like 171. We don't have to be a hero, but we're going to play the 6-iron. And we're going to play a great 6-iron. We're going to get some draw on it, and we are going to get it hopefully just on the left side of the pin. We don't want to be in the bunker. That's bad. Let's go 6-iron. It's a great 6-iron. I did get draw. We might end up in that bunker. Stay up. Good news is we stayed up. We didn't roll back. That is not a bad shot considering this hole, considering the length of that par 3. That's a great shot. Leaves us 11 yards to chip. Again, the factor here is going to be, will the Rapsodo pick this chip up? And that's going to be the issue. So I'm going to have to hit it more with an open face just so the Rapsodo picks it up. Plus, I do want it to come in high and drop down low. So I'm going to hit it with an open face, just a nice little whack at it. Let's go. Rapsodo, read it. Got it. Sit down. We're good. So we saved that. But more importantly, I think I learned something about the Rapsodo, which is for those chips, it does need to be able to see it from where the device is positioned. So I think lifting the ball up on chips helps it. Although I've had it read some that are maybe 3 inches off the ground, and I think as far as I chipped it was probably to the edge of this little mat. So that's literally probably less than 4 feet. That's probably 3 feet, 3.5 feet. And it read it. So I just don't understand, why it doesn't read, why it does read. If I could understand that, then I think I'd feel a lot better. Let's see what this does for us. Is there a tree there? Yeah, this is going to be challenging. This is a challenging hole. I'll tell you that. This is a par 5. Yeah, that's 222 yards. For some reason, it wants us to hit it over here. That's not right. I think we hit this direction. Man, that's going to be challenging. We may only be able to hit over here. Either way, this is going to be challenging, guys. This is a really tough hole. So 204, we'll keep it there. We'll blast it with the 3-wood. We'll see where we end up. I still feel like I don't even think we're aiming the right way, to be honest with you. Let's aim this other direction. This just feels awkward. That's 270. I wish I remembered this hole. I think it's just we're going to have to cut this in half. All right, we're going to take this approach. We're going to have to island hop just like we did on the other side. The only difference is there's no water. So got to try to carry these trees, try to get it down there, see what happens. All right, 3-wood. Need you to deliver some distance. 3-wood. This is the 9th par 5, the Highlands Course, Wildcat. It's a great one. It's going to be a burner. Yeah, let's see if we got distance, though. I mean, I'm happy with that. Hit the cart path. Why not? Yeah, not bad. I see this now. It's going to be a bunch of undulation going downhill to the pin, so not bad. Probably another 3-wood, though. Let's go ahead and keep this in our hand. Hit this. That's all we really have. I mean, getting over here is going to take us way out. 209 yards. Yeah, this is a really weird hole. We'll aim over there. I know it seems weird that we're aiming away from the pin, but I'm trying to give myself that 100 yards. That's what I'm trying to do. Let's see. Maybe I can hit some. Maybe I can hit a draw with this 3-wood. I've never hit a draw before, but I'll line up for it and see if I can draw it. 3-wood. It's a great shot. I think I got draw on it, to be honest with you. I'm just trying to get to this island, or just in front of it. And I'm okay with that. Now it's going to leave me about 100 yards in. I'm going to be in the rough, so I'm going to have to take that into account. But I think I executed as best as I could. It's down 6. I'm in the rough. So it's really like a 90-yard shot. Still going to take an approach wedge at it, just based off of the lie, all that kind of stuff. So we will aim slightly this direction. Just play this shot. Let's just get it there. I mean, if we get this on in 3, preferably in the 2-putt zone, we've parred it. Better yet, if we get this in the 1-putt zone, we've birdied it. All right, approach wedge. Hit it flat. But we have a good line. Come on, are you kidding me? Let's go. Right beside the pin. That's how you do it. That's exciting. Executed that shot exactly like I wanted to. Right there for bird. Very good. So attack that par 5. That's a good front 9. I'll tell you what. Very good front 9. Let's go. Let's turn it around now. Let's see what we got. We're sitting at -1, 127 yards. I have the right club in my hand, which is a 9-iron. It's approach wedge. I'm glad I double checked. That would have been costly. Now I have the right club. 9-iron, 127 yards into this par 3. Here we go. Hit it chunky. Okay. The good news, if there's any, is that it did roll off the green. So now we at least have a chance to save par. And that was a very chunky shot. I mean, you guys probably heard that thunk. That was all hitting pad. All right, 22 yards. Let's go. This one should get in the air. This one should read, so shouldn't be a problem here. 22 yards. Chip it. Let's get it there. It's a good chip. I just don't feel it went that far, but I guess it did. This is the part where I wish you could see the green to see what it does. Because if I knew it ran away from me, I don't remember from memory, but if I knew that, I would have played that short and let it roll in. But I can't see that. So Rapsodo developers, I'm not asking for a lot, but if you can just show me what this green is doing, man, that would really help me out when I strategize my chips onto the green. All right, going to the 11th hole, sitting at even. Again, not angry at this score. This is a great score for the Wildcat Golf Course, the Highlands. Gonna leave it right there. Just gonna try to play a 3-wood on that line. Some small cut if possible. Ooh, I think that's gonna actually come across my body. There it goes. Small cut, exactly what we wanted. And again, dead center. We killed some of the distance because of the fade. But again, I was also hitting uphill, which kills distance. 152 yards. Let's add 10 to that. That's 162. Add 2 to that. That's 164. That's a 6-iron. That is a 6-iron into this pin with all those adjustments. So let's go 6-iron. That's a great 6-iron. Okay, just beyond. Got all of that one. So that was well played. Probably could have went with the 7, but doesn't matter now. More importantly, I'm up there with a chance to chip. 14 yards. Again, I'm still trying to figure this out. Can't see the green, don't know what it does. Wish there was a way to see that. Nonetheless, let's just stop complaining and make this shot. There we go. We're in the green. We're in the circle. We're in the 1 putt. All of that whining for nothing. So whining gets you nowhere, guys. Just go and play your game. I'm starting to learn a little bit about how it does pick up, what it picks up, but it's completely different than the SkyTrack. And I understand that. It's 3 times more the cost, and it uses a different method, different technology to pick up the chips. So I am not mad at it. Going into the 12th hole at Wildcat Golf Club, Highlands Course. Let's see, looks like a par 5 coming up. Alrighty, first step is to clear this water, which is not, again, I don't want to jinx it, but it's not right in front of us, so that's good. That's a good line right there. Let's just hit this 3-wood, catch it pure. Maybe some small cut would be great. It's not necessary. Contact is. We're going to get some whip off of it. I know that. There it is. But we're in the center of the fairway. There's our 180 again because of the fade. But we're in the center of the fairway. And that has been my key for success when I play these courses and when I'm developing my skill, is to know the expected outcome. Again, we can take another 3-wood at it. Let's see where that'll put us. Let's just assume we get 200 yards. Still 120 yards. So I think we do need to play this 3-wood just to be safe. That'll give us hopefully like a 9-iron in. We're hitting downhill, so any additional run out's going to be just bonus. That way we're playing more of a pitching wedge, approach wedge, possibly. All depends on this shot. Came across it, hit it low. I mean, everything you're not supposed to do, I just did. Good news is it did not read. That wouldn't be a bad shot in the real world, to be honest with you. I know it didn't read it. It would have been a low burner, but this is a downslope, so I would have got run out. Try to make a better contact on this. That's going to be out to the right. That I saw that all the way. Again, we got some good distance on it. But when I saw this ball leave and hit this side of the net, knew automatically where that was going to end up. Came across it, left my club face open just a little more than I needed to. Didn't close it at impact. So 154 yards left. It's up 10, 164 yards. We're going to say that's a 6-iron out of this lie because of the lie penalty. Let's just execute this shot. 6-iron out of the rough into the green. It's a great shot. It's going to be out to the right too. Slightly. Man, I am really taking these. This 6-iron is really doing his duty. So again, good shot. Give us a chance now. Same situation we were in just a few seconds ago. About the same distance. We had 14 yards last time, I think. This is 17 yards. So we know the type of swing we need to make. Let's just make it. It's going to be a 58 degree, which has been my savior. I mean, basically, this is all I do around the green now. The only time you're going to see me pull out an approach wedge or another type of wedge is if I'm further out, and depends on the lie. So 17 yards out of the rough. Want some flop to it just to get it in the air. See if that's the shot. Yep, starting to dial it in. Again, I don't know if the greens run away, but apparently I'm in the circle, which is all I really care about to save that. Show me 1 putt, and we're good. 1 putt. So keeping this together, that's the goal. Keeping everything buttoned up and together. Navigating your way around the course. Going into 13th hole. Par 4, it looks like what's up. You saw that little warning with the memory. I've noticed that when some of these intensive courses start to load, I've noticed that. So that could be an issue. And if you start to encounter that, all you need to do is adjust the quality of the output. You can do that by going to the little hamburger menu. I'll show you that real quick in case you guys want to do this ever. You go to this little hamburger menu, and I think you go to graphics quality, and then let's just change it to medium, and it continues with recommended. Switch to medium. I'll do that. And now I've changed the graphics slightly, and that'll help reduce the workload on your iPad. Or your iPhone. The cool thing is you don't have to exit the software. You can do it real time, and you'll notice that that'll help your iPad or your iPhone, so it's able to navigate a little bit better. I'm gonna hit a 3-wood here. I still find that it's amazing that this level of rendering can take place on a mobile device. I cannot imagine what their PC software is going to be. I'm sure it's built on Unreal 6, the Unreal 6 engine. So it's GS Pro quality. It's going to be delivered. Yeah, I came across that, started it off more to the center, which is okay. Again, I'm on the light fringe, I believe. Semi-rough, that might be what I'm in, if it tells me that. But again, not too much of a fade. It says I'm in the fairway, so not bad at all. Oh, here over here. End up scratching my 3-wood. 129 yards, down 4. 125. That's still going to be a 9-iron, I believe, into the pin. Yep, should be okay. So let's attack this pin with a 9-iron. Again, our goal is to get it on the green. That's the goal. 9-iron into the green. It's a great 9-iron on a great line. Didn't realize I pulled it that much, but that's why I got the 130 yards out of it. Pure contact, by the way, so that was good. That was a good strike. Now I'm chipping. Again, I take it for what it is. I'm getting cycles on irons. I'm getting cycles on chipping. And at the end of the day, that's what you want. That's how you want to practice. The bonus is I'm doing this on a course that costs a lot of money to play on. So 19 yards. We hit this shot a couple of times. We got to hit it one more time. I think we just did it. And there we go, guys. Now we're in the circle. Again, I wish I could read the green. Maybe that's going to change. Maybe it's going to change. I'm sure it's going to change when they get the PC software out, because they'll have putting enabled for this CLM, which is a ceiling mount device that they're coming out with. All right, going into the 14th hole. Highlands Wildcat Golf Course. It looks like it's going to be a par 4. Alrighty, 250 yards. Nope, it's just because it thinks I could hit my driver that far. I can't. What's critical here? 180 yards, 190 yards. This might be an opportune time to go ahead and try a 5-iron. Let's go ahead and do that. We haven't exercised the 5-iron very much. I think we need to get that out of the bag every so often. See if we can get it out there. I had a good 5-iron off the from behind a tree. Problem is it hit the tree, but it was pure contact, so I don't really know what the distance was going to be. All right, 5-iron. Try to get it 190 yards. Got it. Came across it, so it should get some cut back to the fairway. Let's see what kind of yardage we got. 178, 170. That's 180 yards, so not bad. I think I caught that on the toe. I'm going to go look at the impact vision. That's a thing you can do. Go here, go to impact vision. Yeah, I came across it, caught a little bit on the toe. That's what caused that shot shape. So all makes sense, which again, that's real time evaluation of what happened. 123 yards up 4, that's 127. I've been hitting my 9-iron a little bit long. I still think we need the 9-iron though, because is there a bunker in front? There is, but okay. I'm kind of contemplating this shot that a 9-iron might be too much, but I am going to get lie penalty. I'm in the rough, so I'm going to just assume that that's going to put some penalty on this shot, and this is the right club. Taking a 9-iron, looking for this to go 120 yards out of the rough if I make pure contact. I made pure contact on an excellent line. Guess what? 124 yards. Let's go. And a birdie. Playing this course really well. I would love to play this course like this in real life. If I could just put my mindset that I'm just playing sim golf when I'm in the real world. I think I'd score a lot better. Alrighty. Going into the 15th hole. I love this score. This score is looking pretty amazing. More importantly, I'm glad I'm capturing it from start to finish in a real world session here for you guys. Also for my enjoyment. When I play a great round, I really do like to go back and watch it and see how well I did. This is going to be a par 5. We're going to have to cut this into sections. So we're looking for about 160 for our first landing zone. That's a 7-iron. It's down 4 feet. Yeah, we'll go with the 7-iron to get this started and see if we can get 160 out of this. And we'll see where we are from there. It's going to be probably at least 3 irons to get us there. It's a great 7-iron. That net return feature told you guys about. Just invented that. Laugh out loud. Okay. 314. Well, don't have a 314 club in my bag, but I do have $180. That's still a bit of a ways. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take the 3-wood, aim it on this line, and see if we can get it down there to give us a shorter iron in. All about contact here. It's all about delivering the synchronization to get this 3-wood out there. We have some play that's left on the right-hand side if we create fade, but let's just make this shot. Just like that. Did fade. More importantly, we got it to the next fairway. That's what we wanted. 181 yards. I'll take that. That's what I needed. That's going to leave me about 117 in, I think. Oh, 136. Look at me. That's 136 plus 10, 146 plus 3, 149, 150 yards. So I'll go with an 8-iron to try to get us up there to the green in 3 on a par 5. The last time we had this shot in front of us, we ended up landing in the birdie zone. We'd love to do that now, or we'd love to at least land in the 2-putt zone and maintain par. All right, let's go. Got an 8-iron, looking to get all of this 8-iron. There it is. That's all of the 8-iron. Did have fade on it. That's the unfortunate part, but we got it all. Had we been online, we'd been pinned high in the 2-putt zone. Now we have to chip, but that's okay. We have a manageable chip here. 15 yards. We've been doing this all day. Let's just deliver it one more time. Again, I don't know what the green is doing, but I'm just going to try to toss it out there. Try to toss it right at the pin, see what happens. Open the club face a little just to get it in the air. Might be a little too much. Kind of felt pretty heavy. Yeah, thought so. I mean, as soon as it left my club, I thought that's exactly what it was. So that might 2-putt us, I think. And that would have been what our first. That's probably, yeah. That might be a bogey on that hole. Yeah, I thought so. Going into the 16th hole, still a great shot. I mean, we have a great score going. Par 3, that'll be nice. Let's see. Is it challenging? Is it difficult? 157 up 5, 160-ish. I think we go with the 7. Yeah, we'll go with the 7. Again, if we're short of the hole, that's fine. Just don't want to fly the hole. All right, 7-iron. It's a great 7-iron. Man, I didn't realize I pulled it that much. That's the problem. If you don't hit these greens, then it's really challenging now. The distance is there. That was perfect distance. 20 yards. This is the chip I just had a second ago. I need to execute that same chip. 58 degree, 20 yards. A little bit on the flat line, so we're going to run it there. Should check up. A little too much. Yeah, that's the problem here. I'll say it again. If I could tell what that green was doing, I probably would have played that shot differently. Nonetheless, that's probably going to give us a bogey. So that's going to be back-to-back bogeys going into the 17th. Still think we're well within our capabilities of finishing plus 10 or under. These next couple of shots will determine that. Going into the 17th hole, this is a tricky one here. There's water, I do see that, but more importantly, the fairway is not that big. This is a par 4 also, so we're going to go ahead and take the 3-wood at it. The worst case is we're going to actually be just down there in the fairway somewhere, but should be okay as long as we can keep it in the rails. Keep this train in the rails, which for us that means it's gonna, if it bleeds over to the right, so be it. That's a great shot. There's a little cut. That's perfect. It's gonna get down there. Man, right to the edge of the peninsula, 204 yards. What a well executed 3-wood. You guys see the shot shape though. It's not dramatic anymore. This is dramatic though. The elevation change. This is what makes this course really challenging. I think they try to mimic a link style course. There's a lot of blind tee shots, a lot of blind approach shots, a lot of elevation change. We're looking for 150 yards plus 10, 163. So plus 13, sorry, 163 yards. Gonna go ahead and go with a again, a 7-iron. Problem is I gotta get it in line. So 7-iron. There it is. Now this time we leaked it out to the right, but we're pin high. So now we're chipping from that direction. Pin high. Would be very happy with that in real world. That's my second shot. That would give me a chance to chip close to the pin and putt it in for a par. So very good. Again, let's just try to get it close. Don't try to be a hero. Think we're good. Think we're in the 1-putt zone. Save par. Let's go. Alrighty. Very happy with this round of golf at this very prestigious course. It's very difficult in real life. Would be very happy with this final score based off of how I shot thus far. 18th hole is a par 4. We are sitting at a 69 right now. So we're sitting at +1. This is a pretty challenging finishing hole. Just want to play it smart. 187. Is it uphill? Probably. Yeah, it's uphill 19. So we're going to go ahead and take this shot at it with the 3-wood. Again, it's uphill, so it's not, even if it goes 200 yards raw, it's not going to go 200 yards in this game. Just want pure contact with the 3-wood to finish on a high note. And there you go. It's going to be out to the right, though. I did feel that, and I hope those, yep, perfect. What a great drive to finish. Rounded that corner. Played it to a tee. You hear how my voice changed midstream? Like, man, it's going off to the right. Great shot. That's golf for you, man. That's golf for you. Still, it felt pure, so I knew it was going to be out there. 150 yards flat. That's an 8-iron. An 8-iron is a 150-yard club flat. I'm going to pretend I'm on the driving range with this shot. I'm going to pretend that I'm just warming up. I'm going to pretend I'm going to keep this on that center line right at the pin. That's what I'm going to pretend. And that's what I do in the real world. I pretend I'm just in this simulator. Let's see if I can make this shot after all that pretending. I did it. I just did it. I just made an excellent 8-iron shot. That'll do it, guys. I'm going to finish this with the par. And I am going to finish Wildcat Golf Course, the Highlands, with a +1. That's pretty amazing. I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that viewing of the Highlands course. I will play the Lakes course at some point, maybe later today. That's kind of enough for now. I really hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks again for watching.